Hello everyone. Today I'm going to talk about prostitution, human trafficking, and pornography for Freemasonry. Prostitution, human trafficking, pornography for Freemasonry. And I've been looking online and I said to myself, these men the men and the women are so lustful. And demons, when they vex bodies, they tend to be lustful and seducing in order to grab that soul. So I'm going to talk about this, okay? First, I'm going to talk about prostitution and the Masonic order of the prostitution and how they go about it. I'm going to have everything in the description box below, the pictures on it, as well as the videos, okay? Okay, here we go. Where prostitution is legalized or tolerated, there's a great demand for human trafficking victims and nearly always an increase in the number of women and children trafficked into commercial sex slavery. Hundreds of thousands of these women and children are used in prostitution each year. Okay. Now I'm going to talk about the Masonic order here. Royal Order of Jesters is a male fraternal Masonic organization allowing only Shriners in good standing to join. Admission is by invitation. Only the original meeting is held on February 20, 1911 by Shriners in the captain office of the SS Wilhelmina, I think I'm saying that right, on a pilgrimage to Aloha Temple, Hawaii. Noble A.M. Ellison of San Francisco, California, was responsible, and the original cast included a director and 13 members. It was organized June 25th, 1917, at an informal meeting. Okay, this is the prostitution scandal. Listen to this. In 2008, 4 public officials from Western New York, including a state Supreme Court justice, 2 retired police officers, and a law clerk, were convicted of human trafficking for transporting prostitutes for the Royal Order of Jesters. According to the federal prosecutors, the Jesters frequently employed strippers and prostitutes at their parties, with some of the prostitutes being illegally transported over state lines for Jesters events. Okay, let's continue. It says, what is being reported in the story are prostitutes walking around parties wearing only panties and soliciting Jesters to meet them later in their hotel rooms. They have sex contests involving prostitutes and Jesters members performing in front of large groups of Jesters. And this sick. Off-duty cops in uniform making source that no Jesters making source, I think I said making source, if I'm not mistaken. No Jesters entered the rooms where activities were going on. Okay, so they don't want no Jesters going entering the room where the activities were going on. So this is all sickness, you guys. Prostitution is the oldest profession. It is a business or practice of engaging in sexual activity in exchange for payment. It comes in a variety of forms. Its legal status varies from country to country, from region to region within a given country, ranging from being of enforced or unenforced crime to unregulated to regulated profession. It is one branch of the sex industry along with pornography, stripping, and erotic dancing. Brothels are establishments specifically dedicated to prostitution. In escort prostitution, the act may take place at the client's residence or hotel room, referred to as out-call, or at the escort's residence or hotel room, rented for the occasion by the escort in-call. Another form is street prostitution. There are about 42 million prostitutes in the world, living all over the world through most of the Central Asia, the Middle East, and Africa. Lacks data-studied countries in that large region rank as top sex tourism destinations. Estimates place the annual revenue generated by prostitution worldwide to be over 100 billion. The majority of prostitutes are female and have male clients. I beg to differ. It's not all just female, but male too. being transgendered as well. Okay, they forgot to elaborate on that. The position of prostitution. The law varies widely worldwide, reflecting differing options. Some view prostitution as a form of exploitation of violence against women and children that helps to create a supply of victims for human trafficking. Some critics of prostitution as an institution are supporters of the Nordic model, which decriminalizes the act of selling sex but makes the purchase of sex illegal. Okay? This approach has also been adopted by Canada, Iceland, Ireland, Northern Ireland, Norway, and France. Others view sex work as a legitimate occupation whereby a person trades or exchanges sexual acts for money. Amnesty International is one of the notable groups calling for the decriminalization of prostitution. Now, the reason why I'm reading all this, because we have men online, men, women, don't matter, are very lustful in going into these sex tourism countries like Thailand, Brazil, Dominican Republic, and all these other places they go to for sex tourism. And they literally lusting and thinking it's okay. Okay? I'm seeing men lusting after lady boys, saying that they not gay. Well, let's rephrase that. Saying they not homo. Okay? They straight men sleeping with lady boys because they women now. No, they not women. They never was women. They were never born women. Okay? You are still sleeping with a man. No matter how much you're trying to deny it. You are still messing with and fooling around with a man. And the people, the men on there, it's like they sleep with anything. They'll say, they go there for lady boys and don't think nothing of it. They think they women in their head. That's just called denial, you know. The men go ahead and have sex changes and try to make themselves look like women. In the meantime, you can tell something is off because, first of all, prostitution is not correct from the get. Okay? So, these men travel to these countries and thinking it's alright to get with prostitutes. And ladyboy prostitutes too. Not just only women, but ladyboys as well. And I'm like, this is the sickness they got going on out here. Then you have pornography, where you have the Satanic temple also over there because they do things in the pornography game, they rituals in that game. Oh my God, it's all sickness, okay? And my spirit is so grieved because me looking at the sickness of lust in this world. They also pedophile kids in the pornography game. They also, it's a lot of sickness of this sex rituals they doing out here, okay? But what gets me is the men that actually think it's all right to go to these sex tourism countries and think it's okay to look at women or get prostitutes in that manner, okay? And a lot of them, oh my God, it's nasty, it's sick, it's perverted, it's evil, and the men be complaining about how come they can't get a good woman. Well, look at your mind, man. Look at the sickness of your mind. The mind, your mind and your spirit. You men have fallen greatly. You women too, because y'all just as lustful as the men. You women go buy your body parts, just like the transgenders do, to sell your bodies off for the men. Okay, or to get lust from men. Okay, it's all like a sex ball game going on out here. A lot of lustful spirits. And I'm seeing them very much more predominantly so. Okay. God tells us not to give in to this type of stuff out here. But people are saying it's okay. It's all natural. No, it's not natural to do this type of stuff. It really ain't. When I see this stuff, it's like it's demonic. It's like you can obviously see these people are nasty, defiled in nature, doing this stuff, bestiality type crap they got going on out here. Okay, so when you look at these sex tourism sites on YouTube, and you got men filming the crap, you got men filming it, thinking it's okay to lust after different prostitutes. And I mean, you could tell these girls are prostitutes. They dress whorish. They look like they out of it. I'm telling you, they look like they out of it. They look like they've been around the ringer. And the men is just like, they just as nasty as with the prostitutes. Okay? But I'm going to read some of the scriptures. I'm going to elaborate more on this. Okay, you guys? Because it's really sick out here, what I've been seeing online. And the men is actually condoning it. Okay. Jude 1, verse 7. Okay. Even as Sodom and Gomorrah, and the cities about them in like manner, giving themselves over to fornication and going after strange flesh, are set forth for an example, suffering the vengeance of eternal fire. So what we're seeing here is these men going out here and seeking strange flesh. And the prostitutes that they seek is like, it's bizarre. It's bizarre. They lusting after bizarre looking flesh. The women that they lust after, and the men. Okay? Because a lot of them be men. Men lusting after men. You get what I'm saying here? It's like, it's a sick, sick world. Okay? Very sick. And they own these videos just voicing it, saying, oh, they going to hit it and all that kind of nasty crap. Then you got men preying on the young babies and women preying on the young babies. And it's just, it's just so lustful out here. The demons that was in these people, and I'm like, my spirit feels so grief right now that what I've been seeing, people, these people are just as lustful and wicked as they come. You hear me? But this is like a Sodom and Gomorrah. It's definitely like this. More worse though, because it's the great whore of Babylon. She's a great one. And it's been a lot of hookering, whoring around like it ain't nothing. They have no respect for God. Like it ain't nothing. You hear me? They just sinning and just fornication. They just fornicating. Like it ain't nothing. Lusting at the flesh like it ain't nothing. Like it's like, okay, we can do this. It's alright. It's natural. No, it ain't natural. It's far away from being natural. But I'm going to go ahead and continue to read some more of these scriptures, okay? I'm going to go to Revelation. Is it Revelation? No, I'm going to go to, let me go to Leviticus. Actually, since I'm in Deuteronomy, I'm going to go to Deuteronomy 23. 17. There shall be no whore of the daughters of Israel, nor sodomite of the sons of Israel. Thou shalt not bring the hire of a whore or the price of a dog into the house of the Lord thy God for any vow, for even these are abomination unto the Lord thy God. Okay? It's an abomination to whore around with prostitutes, a harlot. Okay? To whore. Okay? Let's go to Leviticus. This is back here. That's the numbers, okay. Leviticus 18. (19:23). Okay. I'm going to read from 18. Actually, I'm going to read from verse 17. I'm going to read from verse 15. Thou shalt not uncover the nakedness of a woman, and her daughter, neither shalt thou take her son's daughter or her daughter's daughter to uncover her nakedness. For they are her near kinswoman, it is wickedness. Neither shalt thou take a wife to her sister to vex her, to uncover her nakedness, beside the other in her lifetime. Also, thou shalt not approach unto a woman to uncover her nakedness, as long as she's put apart from her uncleanness. Moreover, thou shalt not lie carnally with thy neighbor's wife to defile thyself with her. And thou shalt not let any of thy seed pass through thy fire to malice. Neither shalt thou profane the name of the Lord thy God. I am the Lord. Thou shalt not lie with mankind, as with womankind is an abomination. Okay, neither shalt thou lie with any beast to defile thyself therewith. Neither shall any woman stand before a beast to lie down thereto. It is confusion. Defile not yourselves in any of these things, for in all these the nations are defiled, which I cast out before you. Okay, again, God is telling us not to defile ourselves with these things. Do not make your sons and daughters pass through fire and malice, whoring around, uncovering your nakedness to be unclean. People, they literally are doing this, okay? They literally are disrespecting God in doing this. Let's go to Proverbs. Okay, that's Psalms. Proverbs 6. Let's go to verse 24. Okay. To keep thee from the evil woman, from the flattery of the tongue of a strange woman. Lust not after her beauty in thine heart, neither let her take thee with her eyelids. For by means of a whorish woman of a man is brought to a piece of bread, and the daughters will hunt for the precious life. Can a man take fire in his bosom, and his clothes not be burned? Can one go upon hot coals, and his feet not be burned? So he that goeth into his neighbor's wife, whosoever toucheth her shall not be innocent. Men, do not despise a thief, if he steal to satisfy his soul when he is hungry. But if he be found, and he shall restore sevenfold, he shall give all the substance of his house. But whoso committeth adultery with a woman lacketh understanding. He that doeth it destroy his own soul. Okay. Now, you destroy your own soul doing that. Okay, you see what God say there? God tells us not to lust and not to fornicate. You destroy your own soul by doing so. Okay? And a lot of men think it's okay. Still, a lot of men got in the back of their minds. They think that kind of stuff is okay. Okay? But it's not. It really is not. Let's go to, let's see, is that 1 Corinthians? We'll go to 1 Corinthians. Chapter 6. Verse 9. Okay. Know ye not that unrighteous shall not inherit the kingdom of God? Be ye not deceived, neither fornicators, nor idolaters, nor adulterers, nor effeminate, nor abusers of themselves with mankind. Okay? No thieves, no convulsions, no drunkards, no revilers, no extortioners shall inherit the kingdom of God. So no fornicators and no other sins like that should not be inherited in the kingdom of heaven. Okay? Let's go to 1 Kings. First Kings 14. Uh, 14. 24. And there were also Sodomite in the land, and they did according to all the abominations of the nations which the Lord cast out before the children of Israel. Okay? It's all the sodomy. This is what's going on out here. Okay? It's not right. It's definitely not right. It's very lustful and profane against God's living word. It's perverted as well. Very much perversion. See Romans 1. Let's do the last scripture. I might put some more scriptures at the bottom. 26, 27. For this cause God gave them up unto vile afflictions, for even their women did change the natural use into that which is against nature, and likewise also the men, leaving the natural use of women, burn in their lust one toward another, men with men, working that which is unseemly, receiving in themselves a recompense of their error which was meet. And as even they did not like to retain God in their knowledge, God gave them up to reprobate mind, to do those things which are not convenient, being filled with unrighteousness, fornication, wickedness, convulsions, maliciousness, full of envy, murder, debate, deceit, malignity, spirits, backbiters, haters of God, despiteful, proud boasters, inventors of evil things, disobedient to parents, without understanding, covenant breakers, without natural affection, implacable, unmerciful, who know in the judgment of God that they which commit such things are worthy of death, not only do the same, but have pleasure in them that do them. So this is what we got going on out here, people. People that are lustful, people that are seeking, that's against God, and they giving themselves up to strange flesh in a lustful manner rather than seeking God's holy name. And the men are very sick. They make me so disgusted by them lusting after strange flesh and calling it good. It's not good. Really not. Okay? But people, seek this word here and no other man and no other doctrine. Jesus Christ is God.